Hey everybody, Adam here with Hometown Acres. Welcome back. As you guys just saw in that intro, we are burning through our firewood inventory and it's only the end of September here. In the last 2 days, we sold 2 cords of firewood in the dump trailer, and then we moved about a cord of wood into the garage for ourselves and then about a cord of wood through the roadside stands. So in the last 2 days, I think we sold 4 cords of firewood, which I can tell you in the last 2 days, we have not made 4 cords of firewood. So it's that time of the year where we are emptying out the baskets faster than we're filling them. Speaking of emptying out the baskets, as you guys could tell at the beginning, I still haven't quite figured out the best way to load the IBC totes into the dump trailer when I take them out for bulk delivery. What we've done in the past is use the pallet forks on the excavator and tied a strap around it, which allows you to dump the basket but keep the basket attached to the pallet forks. The problem with that is you can't fully dump the basket, so you still have some that are left in the bottom that you have to then hand chuck in. So I thought I'd give a try at just leaving the basket on the forks without a strap and trying to dump the basket in and then flip the basket completely upside down. And that worked on 2 of them. The first one that we didn't work so well. And then the second load that we took out, I used the forks on the tractor and just set it in the back of the trailer and just started hand unloading. And it certainly takes a lot longer and a lot more labor, but it doesn't damage the baskets near as bad as just dumping them into the dump trailer. So still got to figure out what we want to do there. I think a skid loader or a larger tractor would be, the best option. You have the best range of motion, the best control of the baskets, but we'll figure something out. Just to give you guys a rough idea of how much firewood we've moved this summer and now into fall, there was a whole nother row right here that came out to about even with this one. So there was, I don't know, 15, 18 baskets sitting here in this row, and then we've started to eat into this row here. And I still have my accounting brain going as far as inventory management. They talk about there's 2 different inventory styles in accounting. FIFO and LIFO, first in, first out, or last in, first out. And what we're doing here with our firewood is first in, first out, which means the first basket that we put in here is going to be the first one that we take back out because it should be the oldest. If you were doing last in, first out, you would always be selling your greenwood and you'd probably never end up getting around to selling your most seasoned stuff. So what we do is we kind of just, start lining up baskets, and then as we start going through it, I know in chronological order, oldest to newest. And then for that row, oldest to newest. And we also have our drying yard set up so that one side of the basket is getting the morning sun, this side of the basket is getting the evening sun, so we reduce as much mold as possible on these. So you can see right now the back side is in the shade, but later this evening the sun will be on this side and that side's going to get hit with sun. So optimal drying, plus we've got row or space in between each row. I've had people ask before, why do I line these up this way? So I've got a big space in between this row and this row, and that's to be able to get the tractor in, pick up baskets and pull them back out. And same with here, I can get in on this side, but I don't need as big of a space here because I'm going to access the baskets on this side with the tractor. So I just need enough to get the mower in here and mow in between the rows, allow airflow, wind and everything. And the reason I don't just have it, one mower length away is because I don't want to be blowing grass clippings into the baskets all the time. So I've got enough here so when I'm mowing this way, I'm blowing grass clippings this way and they kind of fall before they hit the baskets. And then when I come this way, blow it that way, they fall before you hit the baskets. So that's all just for mowing and making sure that I'm keeping as much grass clippings out of the IBC totes as I can. And then same on this side here. Since this side isn't big enough to get the tractor in, I've got to have a larger gap on this side. So that's kind of how we set up our drying yard here. Now we've had a couple people ask for an update on the roadside stand. As you guys have seen in a couple of videos here and there, we have been continually restocking it. Let me know in the comments what specifically you want to know about the roadside stand, but from what I can tell you, the difference between the old stand and the new stand, we are definitely moving more wood out of this new stand, and I think a lot of that has to go with appearance and presentation. This new stand looks extremely professional. People look good when they pull in, they can feel good about where they're buying it from. I think when you take pride in how you're presenting the wood, people assume you take pride in how you made the wood and that it's going to be dry and seasoned and ready to burn, and you're not out to rip anybody off. And in comparison to the roadside stand that we have over at neighbor Doug's place, I can tell you we are moving more wood out of the stand at our house that is on a less busy street than over by Doug's house, which has much more road traffic than we have here. I don't know how much of that has to do with the presentation or, the professionalism of the stand, but I know when we both had the same stand over at his place and my place, he used to sell more wood out of that stand than we would sell here, and now it's kind of flipped. So the only change I can think of is that, we put the new 6x6 timber frame roadside stand up there, and it just looks a lot nicer to pull in and buy wood out of. So any of you guys out there that have roadside firewood stands and you're looking to sell more wood out of it, two things I can recommend to you. One, throw another coat of paint on it, do something to make it look more professional and give it a little bit more curb appeal. And number two, advertise it on Facebook Marketplace too. Throw a picture of it up, make sure it's known that it's self-serve, give a rough approximation of your location, and tell people if they want the exact address to DM you. That way you're not giving your address out to everybody. So we've done those two things, and we are selling a lot more firewood out of our roadside stand than we used to. Anyway, I think that's enough chit chat. We got a whole bunch of empty baskets that we got to start filling back up. All of these are ones that we've emptied out in the last month or two. So we got to get back on making some firewood now that the temperatures are starting to cool back down. All right, guys, so that is the start of our winter 2024 firewood. It's funny, we do all of this work in order to sell firewood and turn this into money. But as you start working through your inventory, you work up to 25, 30 cords or something like that. And then when it starts going the other way and you're actually selling it, something about all that hard work leaving the yard, I don't know. It's counterintuitive, right? You did all this to make money, but when it actually comes down to having it leave the yard and turning it into money, which was the whole goal, you almost feel like you don't want to get rid of it. I don't know. Let me know if you guys, any of you firewood sellers or firewood burners know what I'm talking about with that feeling. Anyways, guys, I got to do a quick wrap up on this one. I got to get over to my parents' house. Tonight is my mother's 65th birthday. So if you made it all the way to the end of this video, please help me wish my mom down in the comments a happy birthday. If you guys enjoyed this one, give me a big thumbs up, click that subscribe button, and we'll catch you on the next one. Thanks for watching.